I'm here to give you a break from decision making anxiety by telling you that it is impossible to take into account every piece of information that is available and is related to your decision. Our mind is simply not capable of taking in and analyzing the infinite data that affects every decision in every given situation. These days, we have so much information available more than ever, and making decisions is getting harder and harder. Have you wondered why? We even feel anxious when we want to make a decision. We try to take into account every piece of information that is available, and still at the end, we keep asking ourselves, did I make the right decision? Did I think about all possible outcomes? Every time I was at a crossroad in my life and I had to make an important decision, I tried so hard to be rational. I tried to consider and think about all the things that could have affected this decision and as a result, my future. So I talked to everyone that could have a simple piece of advice for me, even strangers, just to make sure that I was making the right decision. But all that talking and all that thinking made me even more confused. So the way that I was approaching making decision was not the right way. But at the end, I had to make a decision. Did I make the right decision? I can never say because I don't know if what would have happened if I had chosen another path. Alan Watts explains all this process of making decisions and the anxiety that we have when making decisions. And he also explains that even when a decision comes out right, it has very little to do with our conscious thinking. That means that when we make a decision is mostly based on our unconscious patterns of thoughts and emotions. So we are not really making a conscious decision unless we become aware of those patterns of thoughts and emotions within us. So to me, a conscious decision is a decision that is not limited by our past experiences. Then this hardly ever happens because we are not usually aware of those patterns. How do we know that we are making a conscious decision? The anxiety and stress that we feel when making that decision is a big sign that shows us that we are afraid of the result that that decision could have. And that fear is linked to an experience in the past. So our past experiences are limiting us when we are making that decision. So that decision is not going to be a conscious decision. But I think the main reason for decision anxiety is our linear thinking in terms of cause and effect. We make a decision and then we look at its immediate result and we conclude that that was the right decision or that was the wrong decision. But the reality is, every decision we make has a ripple effect that unfolds over time. These effects can play out far beyond what we can see right at this moment. So, judging our decisions and feeling regret and all that useless feelings is just thinking way too simplistic about making decisions. So, if there is no clear cut wrong and right decision based on decision's immediate result, how we can move forward? Because we have to make decisions every day. Not having a clear cut wrong and right decision doesn't mean we are lost. We just need to change our approach to making decisions. Here comes the power of our inner guidance, our intuition. We may have lost touch with our intuition and our inner guidance because we haven't used it for so long. We try to overthink everything and then make decisions. But when we make the most important decision in our life, which is using our inner guidance, then everything changes. Then the direction of our life changes. And all the things that we have been wanting to bring into our lives through making decisions, through making logical decisions, overthought decisions, then come to life to our lives easily. When we reconnect with our inner guidance and trust it, then we will have the right map to make decisions that bring us inner peace and joy. instead of anxiety and stress and regret. The decisions that we make using our inner guidance never brings us regret. So during this process, we may use our inner guidance and make decisions that at first glance may not seem that logical, but in the long run, because we have trusted our inner guidance, they're going to be the best decisions of our lives. So it's really important to reconnect with this inner guidance. The opposite of people who trust their inner guidance and their intuition are warriors. Alan Watts talks about these kind of people, and he says warriors are the people who think about all the variables out of their control and thinking of what might happen. So when we become warriors because we didn't trust our inner guidance, then life becomes really hard. Nothing cooperates with us, and we really have things difficult. But we need to know that even if we have become warriors, we still have that inner guidance always available to us. We just have lost touch with it. We need to practice and reconnect with that inner guidance and use it the best way we can to make decisions. So when you trust your inner guidance, you don't try to control the outcome and you don't force things to be according to your plan. You let go of control and flow with life, and that's when the magic happens and every decision that you make becomes the right decision. So the most important decision we need to make is that, are we going to trust our inner guidance? You get to decide. Thank you for being with me today. If this video helped you in any ways, give it a like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.